Welcome, welcome back, everybody, to the Carolina Collegiate Clash. Here we have a huge matchup here. NC State, who is the current 4 seed, coming up against Wake Tech Community College, who is the current 6 seed. Now, this is going to be a huge matchup here, Christian, as we have Wake Tech trying to push their way into the top 5 of the top 5 seedings, all while NC State is trying to maintain that 4th position and not drop underneath Lander University. It's going to be interesting to see how this one plays out.
Yeah, and Wake Tech sounding real confident every time I've been watching that First Look podcast. So I think NC State's got a lot harder of a job than they think that they do, especially with the mechanics of this entire Wake Tech roster. All of these players very good at making things happen, even in the most awkward situations. So if I'm NC State, I'm watching out. But on that NC State roster, we got a solid 3 players all ready to put the ball in the back of the net if you give them a chance. So this one's gonna be close.
Absolutely. It's going to be interesting to see how these teams try to adjust to each other, as I know both these teams like to prepare for these matches. And now it looks like we have a little bit of confusion here with the teams joining. Oh, there we go. Now they're starting to join in here. It looked like there's a little bit of delay on what was going on. But as these teams start getting the lobby, it's, like I was saying, it's going to be interesting to see how they try and adjust to each other as the matches start.
Yeah, and I think what we're going to see is NC State's going to try and push that offensive pressure. They're going to try and play that fastball. And Wake Tech's going to look to try and control it, and this is going to come down to how good Wake Tech is at controlling it. As Axtron almost gets the shot, they're going to go high off the backboard. Blurry with a clear onset, looking to keep the pressure high. The challenge there comes out. That one going to pop out to Blurry. Blurry to the backboard, looking for a second touch. Not going to find it. That one's still awkward in front of net, and NC State going to get it away.
A little bit of a double commit there, but leaving a wide open gap on the goal line here. Wake Tech is going to sink it in to go to an early 1-0 lead, only 30 seconds into this matchup here. Good position there from Blurry. Great shot on net, seeing the gap there. What happened on the NC State side?
I honestly don't know. It looked like a great clear coming out there, but it almost looked like nobody was there to get back. Maybe a little bit of a bump coming through on their own teammates, as they're looking a little awkward, looking a little too close together, but a great save there for Bread. But the shot's still dangerous, and Blurry not going to be able to find it through.
Now, Wake Tech coming out very quickly with a lot of offensive pressure here, with a little bit of a fake touch from Deadsy here, but Axtron able to get the touch with a huge whiff by Blurry that might mess up the momentum here, and it's going to sneak by. Is it going to go in? No, it's off the left side post here. Onset, looking to follow up with a quick challenge by Ventus. Axtron there to follow up. Deadsy there from the clear to back, but an awkward touch. Onset there to make up for it, and Blurry's going to take possession.
NC State on that defensive side just seemed to get a little too close together. They love this offensive side so far, and they've been trying to keep it there, but Wake Tech doing everything they can right now to stay alive. Axtron, the touch up, looking for the pass mid. That one's going to go across, and nobody's going to be able to make it there for that shot. Is Wake Tech keeping alive? This one's still awkward. Bread, the touch out middle. Axtron not going to take the shot, going to take it to the corner. Deadsy gets a good challenge there to get it out of Wake Tech's side for the moment. Ventus has to make the save, but an easy catch there to the corner.
That was a great bump there on NC State. Missing the ball, but able to connect with the bump. Left a wide open touch there for Ventus to take on the goal line and slow it down to their pace. But Axtron gets it over Onset, but Onset's able to get that one little bit of a touch. Now Blurry with a pop downfield. Ventus trying to get it off the backboard with a waterfall touch, and Deadsy's going to be able to sink it in to bring it to a 2-goal lead.
Yeah, and like I was saying before, NC State loves this offense, or loves that offensive side. But the moment they get on defense, they make a lot of awkward touches and get a little too clustered on their rotation. So they need to work on spreading that rotation out and making sure that they make touches with a purpose going into the future matches. But there's still 3 minutes left here, and Blurry trying to make use of all of it. Not going to quite find it through there. Deadsy happened to make a big touch on defense. Onset needing another. Not going to find it, and Bread sneaking it into the bottom corner.
It looked like Wake Tech got a little bit too comfortable there with Deadsy getting a little bit of a missed touch there, and Onset not able to connect with it, and it looked like Blurry was just not able to get back in time. And NC State's starting to pick up the pace here a little bit.
Yeah, and I mean, that offensive side, they love it so much, but Bread having to make the plays on the defensive side. Blurry up middle, looking for Onset. Onset gets the challenge. That one going to go to the corner. Looks like NC State's fine. The hectic touch there almost leaves the open net there for Wake Tech.
Now Wake Tech forced to go into a defensive position here. Onset grabbing that full boost, trying to slow it down, but Ventus is a quick challenge, but not able to connect. But Deadsy's there to follow up with a hit over them. Dedsy trying to look for a pass to his teammates, doesn't get the touch. Fred trying to get a touch here, and he does get a save. A dangerous situation for NC State right there. Now, with all the pressure coming onto NC State's goal line, it's going to be interesting to see what they do with almost a shot attempt by Blurry, and Dedsy with a beautiful recovery here, trying to maintain that possession.
Yeah, and they are looking for those demos as they finally find one, leaving Blurry with a little bit of space to touch into the corner, looking to make something happen through the corner. Almost finds it. Dedsy gonna pop that one high to keep it awkward for NC State. The big clear coming out there. Onset keeping the pressure high. Fred having to make a touch away. Right to Axtron. Axtron keeping the ball to the NC State, but Blurry cutting it off. Looking for the shot. Oh, and the challenge goes across. Wake Tech looking to submit themselves right here on this NC State side.
Now with NC State trying to get some transition play here, but Blurry gets the fake on the wall here. Is he able to get it past Astron? No, he is not. Dedsy with the clear, but Fred hits it off the corner, but Dedsy reads the pop off the corner there, and they're trying to transition this back to their own side, but NC State says not today. The passing attempt shut down by Blurry. NC State needs to find a way to incorporate those passes here, and this might be the opportunity, but once again, Wake Tech is just too quick to the passing lane.
And I love watching Wake Tech right now because you can see that confidence that they had in the First Look podcast transitioning to the pitch. Every single touch has purpose and has a location that they're looking for when they're making it. As this challenge is going to go out mid almost for the NC State shot, not quite able to get around it. The pass comes through Ventus, and a great save by Dedsy there on the goal line.
NC State trying to get something going here with only 40 seconds left on the clock. Down by 1. They need to get something in the back of the net to tie this game up. They need to shift the momentum. But Dedsy trying to get a shot on net, shut down by Brett with a little bit of a mistouch there. Not able to connect in. Wake Tech brings it to a 2-goal lead with only 30 seconds left. That's got to be devastating for NC State, don't you think?
Yeah, and again, it comes down to these uncomposed touches on the defensive side. They just get a little too jumpy and are making touches that put them in really bad positions and giving the ball away to Wake Tech. And Wake Tech is one of those teams that you do not want to give them the ball because they will make stuff like this. Oh, I thought I was gonna get one right there.
Dedsy trying to get it clear off the wall here. Gets a pass to Bread, looking for the pass to Ventus, but just a little outside of his reach. Looking off the ceiling play, not able to connect with the touch he's wanting, leaving a wide open ball for Dedsy. A pass to Onset, and a great save by Bread on the goal line, as that was a very dangerous situation. Blurry gets the touch. Is that going to sink one more in? No, Onset is not able to capitalize. That was a interesting situation there for NC State. It looked like in that game, Wake Tech was definitely controlling a lot of the momentum.
Yeah, Wake Tech is just doing a better job of controlling the ball. They're putting the ball in favorable positions for themselves all the time. And then on defense, NC State has got to clean up some of these touches. They've got to make touches with purpose because a lot of these touches, they're just clearing it out right back to a Wake Tech offensive player. And that offensive pressure just keeps going there for Wake Tech. NC State's got to try and find a way to make their plays out of their defensive side.
One thing I definitely will say, I think I might need to see more from both sides of the pitch is a little bit more bumps and demos to make those teams awkward here. Wake Tech is getting a lot of time getting that space to cut off those passing lanes. And the best way to prevent that, from my perspective, is you got to remove them from the field while you're rotating through. Because once they get that time and space, as we've seen from previous games, this Wake Tech team is a very mechanical team. If you give them that time and space on the ball and those passing plays, they are looking for those second touches to try and set up their teammates for success. It's good. That's a key thing. They need to start incorporating those deletions.
Yeah, and I don't know if you've seen it, but every once in a while, Wake Tech will leave one of their players up the field, kind of playing like a calm mentality, looking around, looking to see if they can make something happen, but they're just not quite finding it yet on this defense, on this NC State defense. And I mean, maybe if they can start connecting with it, it'll be even better for Wake Tech. But just make sure just got to make sure you don't overcommit like NC State does right here, as Blurry gonna put that one in the net.
Now Wake Tech definitely showing they're coming out here with a dominating fashion, already going up 1 goal with only 15 seconds to take away on the clock. NC State needs to find a way to fill in those gaps and just shut down those overcommits, whether it's just have a little bit more of a hanging third man, make sure he's not pushing up too far in the field. Now, possible kickoff goal opportunity, but Axtron with 70 boosts, he's going to be able to take this away. looking for one up the wall. Deadzy there for the challenge. It gets the 50 up. Now Ventus trying to get the touch center to Axtron. Is he going to get the touch? No, Onset is there for the clear.
And NC State looking to make these midfield passing plays happen. Which is a little too spread out right now. And Deadzy going to try and control this one. Almost gets it over one, but that one falls straight to Blurry, looking for the pass, not quite going to find it. That one was almost a great play there by Wake Tech. The pressure staying up. Almost too high. Brad's going to get the touch mid, looking for a double, not going to find it. Deadzy going to get the clear. That was a great chance for an NC State counterattack, not going to quite find the touches they need. Deadzy going to try and put it right back in their net, and Brad going to clear that one away.
That was a lot of Wake Tech pressure coming in this side here. Deadzy getting a touch to the wall, looking for the second touch. To pinch to the middle, but not getting the angle he looked for. Ventus with a little bit of a mistouch there, but able to recover. Shut down by Blurry. Axtron trying to get one upfield, but no one there to capitalize on the pass. One thing I think we're not seeing from NC State is, once again, those passing plays. There's not enough controlled touches to a teammate. For example, on that corner right there, he was hitting it up the field, but there was no one there to capitalize on the play.
Yeah, and I mean, sometimes the passing plays are coming through, but they're very forced, trying to make the passing play happen rather than letting the rotation go through and like finding the passes where they are, and it just kind of makes it to where you can't really do much with it. And Blurry right here gonna have a free chance and gonna put it into that top left corner. NC State's defense is just falling apart.
Now you can see right there, Blurry already going up the field here. He's preemptively grabbing that big boost, playing that little bit of that free position here in that off-ball position. And you can see they're implementing that very well, starving a lot of NC State's boost. And you can see every time we've jumped around, a lot of NC State's roster is low on boost. With Action trying to get the backboard touch, but shut down by Deadzy. Brad getting a quick 50 there, Deadzy following it up. Vintage trying to get a touch, doesn't connect with it, but Brad able to get it off their side, getting a shot, but it does not connect. NC State needs to get those crucial touches, but right there we do see the demo attempt. Vintage trying to put it on, bringing it back to a 1-goal game. Once again, we immediately saw the demo attempt, and it worked out in NC State's favor. I think that's what we need to see more often.
Yeah, it's real easy to shoot on a wide open net there. And also just a great job of beating out the defender in the corner, knowing that that player was going for that demo, so that ball would be free for their third. As Blurry trying to start that Wake Tech pressure back again, but Axtron right back onto that side for NC State. The awkward touch there by Blurry leaves it for Ventus, and Onset on the backboard going to get a big play there for Wake Tech, but Brad keeping it high. Deadzy out of the corner looking for his second, gonna find it. That one clears a lot of that pressure out for Wake Tech.
NC Ventus trying to follow up here downfield, shut down by Blurry. Axtron on that left side wall, able to connect with it, but he does not get the touch, and it leaves a dangerous situation here. Brad trying to get the save, and he's not able to get there. Is it going to go in? No, it's off the post here. A very lucky situation for NC State right there. That could have easily been in the back of their net if Brad was not able to get there in time.
Yeah, it was a very almost lucky situation, as Axtron almost puts that one in their own net. It was a very lucky situation there, because that touch definitely needed to be there, but nobody there for Wake Tech to follow up. An awkward ball here by NC State, almost finding its way in. Deadzy there to try and follow it up, and Brad trying to make that save. All these NC State players look a little awkward right now on defense. Ventus is going to need a big touch here. The first touch coming through, the follow-up. Oh, the dunk coming through, and Brad, a great composure there on the goal line.
Now Ventus was 90 boost to his name with a missed touch by Wake Tech that gives him a lot of space here, but a little bit of a preemptive flick not going in his favor, with a Blurry trying to pre-jump, shut down by Deadzy. Now NC State trying to transition this play into their favor. Axtron trying to get his off this side. Blurry with a win on the 50 here. Going to NC State's corner, looking for a pass off the ceiling. An awkward situation. Are they going to be able to put it in with zero boost? He does manage to get the save, and Wake Tech needs to hustle back here with a smart play from Onset, passing it back to Blurry, who just respawned and grabbed that boost. I stand corrected.
It was close, but the open net on the other side. Blurry trying to do too much. Not going to find the net there. They probably want that one back. It's only 2-1. The 30 seconds left. NC State on the breakaway, looking for the corner grab. Going to find it. Looking for the high play. Fakes it out. Tries to get past Onset. Not going to get there. Ventus looking for the pass mid. Blurry cutting that off. 26 seconds. NC State has to make something happen quick. That touch, though, puts Wake Tech on the counter. It's offense. Deadzy, the pass middle. Ventus up the field. Action gonna try and finish it off. And Onset there with the touch. Is anybody there for NC State? No. A great clear there by Wake Tech. Gonna find its way all the way back down to that NC State side. And Dedsy trying to keep it there for 4 more seconds. And it looks like this one's gonna be over as Ventus accepting it. And Onset just gonna put that one down.
That's got to be a devastating situation there for NC State, as it looks like Wake Tech, they started keeping up the momentum here, as we saw NC State start coming back in the momentum, but they weren't able to capitalize on those little passing plays and those little gaps that Wake Tech was creating, and it looks like Wake Tech might walk away with a 3-0 sweep here.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to say no when you have a player trying to make a double tap on a wide open net. Like the amount of confidence that that Blurry had in that moment to try and go for that is incredible, because it's 2-1. So you know that they had no question in their minds that they were going to win this game. So NC State's really got to find something to find out how to make something happen.
My boy's he's struggling over there. He's struggling a little bit. But yeah, definitely NC State needs to fill in those gaps, as we've seen Wake Tech walk away, I think, with 1 or 2 goals each game. I think I've more or less 1 goal a game so far, where there's that third man gap. It's just he's too far up the field, and Wake Tech sneaks away with 1 goal, taking either an early lead or a very crucial lead at the end of the game. And that's something that NC State needs to figure out, and they need to fill in that gap and make sure Wake Tech is not able to walk away with that. Alongside, they need to make sure that they are not getting starved on boost. They got to start taking all these corners. They got to start trying to starve Wake Tech's side, as so far Wake Tech has controlled majority of the boost these games.
Yeah, and with that boost comes that offensive pressure that Wake Tech has been getting. Is Blurry clearing this one up the field. Ventus looking for the pass, gonna get cut off by Blurry. Again, the passes are just not good enough. They've got to find a way to beat out the player with the pass. And the double almost coming through for Onset. Not gonna find it. The bumps though almost makes that opportunity for Wake Tech possible.
Now Wake Tech trying to get him with a quick sneak in by Dedsy. Bread not able to get there in time, and once again, Wake Tech is taking an early 1-0 lead within the first 30 seconds of the game. And it looks like once again there's a little bit of a gap there on the rotation back, as NC State was not able to get there in time. But NC State has definitely shown the ability to fight back here with a little bit of a fake kick, a little bit of trickery, but a huge demo. Is Wake Tech going to get there in time? No, and a missed touch by Bread, not able to connect with the wide open net. That's got to be devastating for NC State.
Yeah, and that's kind of been the common occurrence here for NC State. It's just slight mistouches, making it to where they can't capitalize. And a big save there coming out by Bread. Onset, though, still looking to keep that offensive pressure for Wake Tech. Touch there by Action, going to try and get out. Challenge there by Blurry, going to fall down to Ventus. Ventus putting it back up the field. Dedsy the challenge all the way down. Can Bread make the save? Makes 1 save. Can he get another? And the second one comes out. Onset just going to try and put this one back into the middle for Dedsy to take over.
Now NC State with a little bit of offensive training with a flick up field, not able to get the demo on Blurry. That was a great scoring opportunity, but a little bit of a missed touch there by Ventus, and Wake Tech is going to go up 2-0 in this matchup here. That was a great attempt by NC State there, but they're just not able to connect with that, and Wake Tech having that quick transition play put them in a very difficult position on defense. But those are the type of plays and those risky plays that NC State needs to make in order to come back in this game.
A beautiful read there by Dedsy, knowing exactly where Ventus was going to make that touch too. As Bread trying to make something happen here. Action, the shot coming through, not enough power. Kind of keeps being a common occurrence here for NC State. They need that power on those touches. As Bread going to try and control, give his teammates time to get boost. And Action here trying to make something happen out of that orange side. The flip coming through, the carry almost over Onset. The challenge coming through. A free ball here for Ventus, see what he does with it. The pop-up high, looking for the double touch. Gonna come down, not gonna find the double. Almost a dangerous situation for Wake Tech. And Dedsy gonna get him out of that one.
Now NC State with a huge missed opportunity here, but with 2 Wake Tech defenders trying to commit. Ventus trying to get a pop over Onset. He goes for the fake. Onset reads. Dedsy looking for the clear. A lot of NC State pressure coming here. Blurry with the backboard read, getting the touch they're looking for, and Wake Tech once again in another transition. Now Wake Tech with a huge bump on Bread. Is it going to get the shot? But Bread gets another save on the goal line. It seems to be a huge recurrence there for Bread on the goal line here, getting a lot of these crucial saves. They just need the transition with a pass from Ventus. An awkward situation for NC State. Wake Tech slowing down, getting the reset. Doesn't connect with it. With a second touch by Axtron, putting it in. Back to a 1-goal game for NC State.
And just when you think it's all over, Axtron, the beautiful read, coming down, landing on the ball. Blurry nowhere ready for that one. And NC State makes this game a little bit more interesting.
Now NC State needs to keep that momentum going on. They can't afford to give Wake Tech that space and transition the momentum here, as once they've done that in the past 2 games, they start controlling the ball, they change the pace, and they just start walking away with the win in the last like 30 seconds. NC State needs to keep it going with Brett getting a touch, looking for a second, decides to bail out for onset. Ventus getting a touch, gets the pop up, isn't able to connect or connect with the bump. But it's already Axtron's here on the wall, but he pops it up at a little bit of an awkward catch, and Deadsy's going to bang it back downfield.
Almost a chance there for the read off of the back wall, but Ventus cutting it off, looking for it to make something happen again off of the bounce. And this shot coming out of the corner there from Axtron, making it all happen for this NC State roster.
NC State getting a little bit of a second win here, bringing it back to a tied game. All they need to do is maintain this pressure and not let up on the defensive side here. Is right now, if they're able to keep that momentum and shut down and not let Wake Tech get it back down the field, stopping all those counter plays, the passing plays, looking for the bumps, they have a very good chance of pulling away with this game here. The pop middle, onset, looking for the pass to Deadsy, sneaks it back, but it's just off target, not able to connect in. And a huge save by Axtron on the backboard, but Blurry there for the shot, and Ventus there for the clear to his corner.
Yeah, and a big clear here coming out for NC State. Nobody's going to be there for the shot though. Blurry, a great control touch, going to find a second challenge. Deadsy going to try and control this one again. Axtron going to cut it off. That pass coming mid for Ventus, and the shot comes through, but onset with a big save off of the crossbar. And looking to make the counter attack happen is Wake Tech. Blurry to the back wall, going to try for the double. And Axtron, the great touch there to keep it out of their net.
Onset trying to get a pass middle here, but Bread misses the touch, leaving a wide open net. That's a devastating scenario for NC State, as that missed touch was crucial there on the backboard. Because as we know, Wake Tech loves to play on the backboard, so you gotta make sure you're connecting those. And those missed opportunities lead to a lot of goals similar to this one. And Wake Tech is now continuing the momentum. With only a minute left, NC State needs to figure out something.
I couldn't really tell if onset got the bump there or Red just missed that, but either way, a really unfortunate thing for NC State to happen right there. They had all the momentum, and that might have just killed it with 45 seconds left. Onset into the corner, looking for the double, gonna find it. This one's gonna be mid. Axtron gonna take control of it. Ventus looking for the pass mid, not gonna find it. Deadsy controlling it in their corner to Onset. Onset's gonna find it clear, but that one's gonna find its way right back to NC State, almost finding the shot. Blurry cutting it off, looking for the pass to Onset, cut off by NC State again. Brett has the open net, gonna follow it up, and tied again is NC State with 22 seconds left in this game 3.
Brad with a little bit of a redeeming moment here, able to put it in, making up for that goal deficit that he let in earlier, tying up the game here, giving NC State a little bit more of a chance here. And as that clock starts ticking down, I know the nerves are definitely starting to kick in for NC State, as they do not want to lose this series. But Wake Tech trying to close it out here with a pass off the wall. Axtron trying to get a touch, not able to connect with the power he was looking for, but a huge demo by Brad, but zero boost to follow up the play. The double commit by NC State here is that's a dangerous situation, as Wake Tech loves to take advantage of that. Onset with the attempted recovery, shut down, and it looks like we might have our first OT here, but Blurry keeps it alive with a pinch off the ceiling. Brett keeping it alive as well, and it looks like they're going to let it drop.
Oh man, Blurry trying to keep that rule of keeping it alive, but Brett gonna choose to put it down in the end. Deadsy though, keeping that pressure high for Wake Tech, almost finds the shot off the rip, and gonna get blocked away there by Axtron.
With a wide open net, Deadsy able to get back in time on the goal line, preventing a win for NC State, but off the waterfall touch, off the backboard, no one able to capitalize. And the entire NC State defense is up. Is Axtron going to get there in time? And he does, getting it just outside of his corner. A very dangerous situation for NC State here, and they need to get this off of their side.
I thought that was it, and if Deadsy had only turned up the field right there, that would have been a goal. Just being a little hesitant. It makes sense here in overtime. You don't want to put too much forward, but just that could have been it right there. Is Onset trying to make more magic on the backboard, not gonna find it. Deadsy keeping that pressure high, not gonna follow that one up though. Axtron in the pass mid, Deadsy cutting it off, That one's up the field, Onset looking to try and put a shot on. Off the backboard, looking for Blurry. The shot coming through and Action blocking it away. NC State doing a much better job here on defense in this game.
Now with a little bit of an awkward position here. Onset trying to get the pinch. Action says not today. In a 1v1 scenario, Deadsy with a huge save on the goal line. Not letting them with Blurry. Up from a mile away. Brett getting the touch on the backboard. Decides to take a soft control touch here, which is a very smart play for NC State, but a little bit of a missed touch by Action, giving the ball back to Deadsy. A lot of pressure here. Blurry with the shot at the backboard, and the missed double team. Is Onset going to put it on? And it's going to sneak in, and Wake Tech is going to take game 3 here. Great display and the ability to almost come back from that matchup here from NC State as they put a lot of effort in, but it looks like Wake Tech's offensive pressure was just a little too much there.
Yeah, and you and your demos, you love your demos. You talked about it, and it came through for Wake Tech in the most crucial point of the game to finish it off here for Wake Tech, the 3-0 sweep, showing that confidence in their matches.
Absolutely, and definitely know they must be feeling very confident here if they just knocked off NC State, who was the current 4 seed, ranked 2 seeds higher, and that might secure their top 5 positioning here, depending how this week's ratings go in. It might be interesting to see if they're gonna that pride and that ego might go up just a little bit more. But
Yeah,
now
I think
Go ahead.
we'll see a lot more rank 5 positions for Wake Tech next week, so or at least in the top 5.
Absolutely, absolutely. But now we're going to take a quick break as we are getting the captain, Deadsy from Wake Tech, in here to have a little bit of a post-game interview and how he's feeling about that match. So we will be right back.
Walking alone, the streets are empty. The only thing I can see is my own silhouette. I'm getting stronger, step by step. The clock is ticking, but there's no time for regrets. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe, trying to protect your soul. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Yeah. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Yeah. Feel like a dynamite, ready to explode right up in the sky. I need you to listen, I need you to hear, and don't show any fear. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe, trying to protect your soul. We are heroes tonight. We will fly up.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Carolina Collegiate Clash post-game interview. And I was actually incorrect. There was a last-minute change, and Blurry decided he wanted to be here and give us his thoughts on that matchup. As I know y'all are definitely feeling good knocking out NC State there. How are you feeling about it?
Listen, man. Oh, man. What can I say? Listen, I put the power rankings there for a reason. We're going drinking tonight for a reason. Those were pre-made plans. We knew it was going to happen. Teammate called it. That's how we work. That's how we do things. What can I say?
I know, definitely knocking off NC State, who is the current 4th seed, and potentially solidifying y'all's position as the 5th seed here. Although it may change with Lander, getting the bye this week. You know how it is.
Yeah.
But that's definitely put y'all up there, and I'm sure y'all are feeling good about going into the rest of your season here now, knocking off NC State.
Oh, yeah. I think this was realistically our second hardest. I think we played Clemson or someone else by the back end, but definitely one of our matches that we were a little iffy about, but we were confident still. Results showed it. We're feeling good for the home stretch. We're gonna be ending top 3, hopefully.
Top three, top three. Those are some bold words coming out from you, but after
Mm-hmm.
beating NC State, coming in, knocking off the 4th seed, I know you are feeling hot. Now, was there anything because y'all looked very smooth in there tonight? It looked very smooth how y'all were playing. Was there anything that contributed to that? Was it the scrim warm up for like an hour prior?
I think it was just the anticipation. We were so excited. We were like just preparing, like, yeah, we're gonna play NC State. It's gonna be a good game. It's gonna be pretty easy. I think we just carried that and we just kind of held that confidence throughout. We just kind of cruised.
Are there any thoughts you have? You want to tell him, Christian?
Yeah, so you talked about confidence a lot. Like, I could tell you were confident, but like you were confident enough to decide not to go for the open net. I believe it was in game 2, and in that 2-1 score line. It might have been game 1 actually.
It
You
was
had an open net,
too.
and you went for the double tap. That, like, the confidence there was crazy.
I I thought I could hit it. I'd missed, but I thought I could hit it. Yeah, I was feeling it. I'll get it next time. We had no clips this series, unfortunately.
I know. Unfortunately, here, I need these clips so I can create my land montage. So I need teams to start clipping. If you are playing, please hit a clip and send it to me. All right. I don't care if
No,
you are
that's
getting
crazy.
blown out. You need to hit a clip. All right.
No, that's crazy.
But
Dude
either
needs
way,
it for socials.
I need it. But overall, y'all played a great game. It was like, was there anything that really led into y'all's playstyle? It looks like there was a lot of like that hanging off ball pressure there was very present in those corners, stealing the big boost, getting those very similar to as Christian said, or the calm play style and that off ball pressure in their own corners. Did you say that contributed?
I'd say so. I think that's just our playstyle coming to its own. We've had like a long meshing process, and I think we're only just now establishing how we want to play. And that's kind of just being shown where we are more comfortable doing this or that. It's with the comms, with how we know we're going to play now. It's just kind of all being a factor. We're feeling good.
Awesome. Well, I'm glad to hear that. I'm glad to know y'all are feeling very hot because looking at y'all's schedule here, you're gonna have to play against UNCW, Clemson, and ECU as your last 3 matches of the season, and it's gonna be interesting to see how y'all feeling about those.
I thought we already had our bye week. I mean, next week sounds like it's a bye week. Are you sure? Wait, who do we play?
Well, yeah.
You
So
said BYE.
well,
yeah.
I mean, next week technically you do have a bye because UNCW rescheduled to the 23rd. So
okay, yeah. No, we're feeling good. I think Clemson will be our most anticipated match. We're excited to play them. We played them at the LAN, and I think in 3s it was the closest, and we're really excited to get a rematch in 3s. And then I don't know, ECU, they're the boys. I love them. I think we still take that pretty handily. And then Wilmington, I don't know. You said they were 2nd seed, but I don't believe that for a second. So we're feeling
what do
good.
you mean? We're definitely 2nd seed. We're 2nd seed hardcore. I do not know what you're talking about, and we're gonna pull away the rest of the season here, and it's gonna be just wait. We're playing you at the end of the season. You're gonna get the most finely tuned UNCW roster.
The 23rd, which is 20 days away. I'm looking forward to it.
No, we'll be sure to do full on like reviews with everything going on.
Oh boy! All right.
Yeah, we'll go back and watch the series actually.
Oh no! Watch it from my POV. It's a lot of just floating around and doing nothing. So, yeah. But
now,
no, I look forward to it.
Going into the rest of the season here, do you have any inspirational words you have for the rest of these teams, or anything you want to comment
for the rest of the teams
coming out for this teams that you're coming up against in the next few weeks?
Oh, don't forfeit. Don't pull a USC. Play hard, have fun, and let's make it to LAM, boys. There we go. I want to see all the remaining teams there. So, yeah.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Like, I just said that. That's crazy. Anyway, moving on from that topic. All right. Well, I mean, I have no more questions now. I don't know how to respond to that.
I think that's it.
I
we
hear my
might have
family
to-
laughing downstairs. It's just echoing, bro. It's terrible.
We're gonna end the stream there. But overall, y'all had a great match. Y'all were definitely looked like you were fitting in the groove. You were locked in that match, although you did almost throw that game 3. But with that missed double touch there, it left almost a little bit of a gap there, but it's okay.
Oh,
But
man.
jumping away here, we appreciate everybody for coming out and watching this matchup against Wake Tech versus NC State University. And be sure to tune in Tuesday for the First Look podcast, where everyone will recap the matches of this last week and get our first look into the Week 7 matchups. So, any
It'll be
final words,
interesting.
gentlemen? Any
It'll
final
be
words?
interesting one. Don't miss it.
Fly, Eagles, fly, baby. Let's go.
Oh, he actually remembered the slogan, unlike his captain. Unlike his
Yeah, he
captain.
didn't remember. It's okay.
But overall, thank you all so much, and we will see y'all Tuesday at 7 p.m.